Hello everyone, and welcome to another weekly news update for Monster Hunter World. It is April 5th, and there is a lot going on the PC, including new upcoming events. You have an update that arrived on Steam. We'll talk about the patch notes, we'll actually cover them. And then there's not much going on over on the consoles. We'll mention that briefly, but let's go ahead and get started. Just like before, I'm going to be actually using the Monster Hunter World website. You can see that they have a whole event schedule. You're able to go to this website yourself and look at it for yourself. Alright, so for the console, the sad part is we're always looking to the third week out because that's the new week. And what we're getting is Undying Alpenglow. That's Arch-Tempered, boring Magdaros, one of the least fun Arch-Tempered fights in the game, which means 3 weeks from now we're not really going to have anything to do on console. As you can see, you got Kieran the Myth, the Poison Pose? I don't know how you say that. Rock and Roll Recess, and Undying Alpenglow. So nothing really interesting. That means this week on console we have Eye of the Storm, Arch-Tempered Kushala Daora. You should want his arms, you should want his waist. Then we have Arch-Tempered Lunastra. I'm not really a big fan of her. I rarely use any of her armor pieces. So you have both of these guys, and then finally you have Arch-Tempered Zora Magdaros. Of course, if you don't have his armor, then it makes, then it's a nice thing for you because you should go and pick up his chest piece, which is good for fighting Arch-Tempered Zenitchiva, and his waist, which is good for fighting Arch-Tempered Kulve-Taroth. Speaking of both those monsters, let's jump over to the PC. So here is Steam, and you'll notice, first of all, Undying Alpenglow on the PC is being extended, and the reason for that is because Capcom had problems with people disconnecting in the middle of the match, so they decided to extend it. Okay, so if you still haven't fought him and collected the armor pieces I mentioned, go ahead and do that. And then we also have Arch-Tempered Zenitchiva for the first time on PC. So this is really fun. I'll be live streaming this later today. I already live streamed yesterday night. And yeah, he's a terrific fight. He's pretty difficult. He's a monster who really likes to interrupt you. And his armor is very valuable. You'll want to go ahead and collect, I think, all of his armor. I don't think I ever used the chest, but the head, the arms, the waist, and the legs especially. All of those are used for building Spare Shot or Razor Sharp for your builds, and some people consider it kind of like the Draken armor, but for bowguns. Okay, so a really good fight there. I really enjoy him. When we scroll up, here's the new news for the PC. Oh, you're getting Arch-Tempered Kulve-Taroth finally. So as I've been saying, people ask me all the time, when's Arch-Tempered Kulve-Taroth coming to PC? And I keep telling them, it's always after Arch-Tempered Zenitchiva. You're going to get her after Arch-Tempered. Well, you're actually going to get her pretty soon after Arch-Tempered Zenitchiva. Unlike us, we had to wait a little while. Looks like for you, right after Arch-Tempered Zenitchiva ends, Arch-Tempered Kulve-Taroth begins. So let's see. That's right. 418. So yeah, as soon as Arch-Tempered Zenitchiva is gone, you're going to have Arch-Tempered Kulve-Taroth. And of course, after her, you're going to have the Assassin's Creed collaboration. And after the Assassin's Creed collaboration, you're going to have the Witcher collaboration. So good things coming down the road for people on the PC. Now, the other thing that happened on the PC is there was an update that included, it was like a big texture pack update for the PC. I didn't download it myself. Here it is. So here are the patch notes. They came yesterday, April 4th. And it says added support for high resolution texture pack DLC. So basically it's right here. It's a 40 gigabyte update. You can download it if you want. I suspect it's really not going to affect you too much unless you have maybe 4K resolution. I'm sure some of you do, but honestly, I'm not going to worry about it. It talks a bit about it. Let's see. High resolution texture pack requires at least 40 gigabytes of space, 8 gigabytes of graphic memory, VRAM. Please make sure to check the system requirements on the DLC page before installing. Added a TAA plus FXAA option to anti-aliasing in the advanced graphics settings. Did I even say that right again? Aliasing. There we go. Aliasing. Anti-aliasing. Go to the main menu options display, advanced graphics settings to toggle it. Added a meter to the advanced graphics settings menu, so you can go download this if you want. I'm not going to bother. I don't think it makes a large enough of a difference, but for those of you who have the power in your PC and you really, or the power in your monitor screen, if you really want this, go for it. Here's some other information though too. When selecting Take All at the reward screen after completing a quest, a list of all items received will now be displayed. Added a new mouse control type that is less sensitive to unintentional movement when controlling the focus camera with the mouse. With the newly added Type 2, You can hold down the lock-on key and use the scroll wheel to switch between monster parts when you are locked onto a monster. It also takes longer for the focus camera to disengage when using this type. Go to the Start menu, System Options, Controls to change types. Okay, that's interesting. Added a camera control category to the keyboard settings. Camera control used to be tied to O, K, L, and the plus keys, but they can now be changed to other keys by going to the main menu, Options, Key Configuration. Also, added, I noticed this one, a Friends Can Join option to the private session settings. Until now, it was only possible to access private sessions by entering the online session ID, but by turning on the Friends Can Join option, your Steam friends will be able to join by using an invite a friend or searching for friends sessions. So I think that's nice. Do we have that on the consoles? If we don't have that on the consoles, we really should. Excuse me. Accordingly, the Yes option for private session has been changed to online session ID only. Okay, some bug fixes. Added a countermeasure for bug causing the game to crash when performing actions with a lot of visual effects, such as Spread Ammo 3 for the heavy bowgun, during the event quest Undying Alpenglow. This bug will be further addressed in future updates. Oh, okay, so that kind of explains it. To compensate for this issue, the availability of Undying Alpenglow will be extended. We talked about that. Fixed a bug where a player would perform a backstep facing the left if they performed a neutral evade within 0.3 seconds of performing a guard with the analog stick. Man, it's such a small bug. Fixed a bug where the Gunlance Wormstake Cannon would continuously hit a monster if it connected as the monster begins digging underground until it comes up from beneath the ground. It has been fixed so that Wormstake Cannon will end once the digging underground animation is over. Player characters are supposed to be displayed with high-resolution textures at all times, but there was a bug where the player would be displayed with a similar texture resolution to NPCs when restarting the game from base and departing on a quest or expedition. This has been addressed. It's such a small issue, you know. Fixed a bug causing low scroll sensitivity when using the scroll wheel on the skill info screen. Fixed a bug where when the player faints with the specific window on screen, the window would not close and could still be controlled. Okay, fixed a bug where the support window on the title screen would show the web manual and support page URL for other platforms. These are pretty simple. Fix a bug on the Oven Roast and Tail Raider Safari result screen where pressing the left directional key when the cursor is set to Take All would not result in the cursor moving to Sell All. And fixed a bug where the mouse controls for sorting equipment loadouts and keyboard presets behave differently from sorting controls for other UIs, such as item loadouts. Various other bugs fixed. Yeah. All right. And that is everything. Some comments too. Did they fix the ERR12 problem? Jagger scale icon with the small 3 in the corner showing that you have 3. I'm just looking over these to see what the people had to say. Now right here. Now crossplay between PC and consoles, please. I would actually enjoy that a lot. Alright, that is all the patch notes. We just took a look at them, and I believe that is all of oh, you know what? For the news, I do have one more thing to mention. The Turf Wars are coming out very soon. So in my Discord server, we host a game. It's a community-hosted game called the Turf Wars. It's full of really difficult challenges. You're welcome to join. You have to join a faction. There's 3 factions, Dodogama, Gyros, and Jagras, and all of these factions compete to earn the most points in order to receive a reward at the end of the game. Usually the reward is that you get an arch-tempered emote to use in the server, and the server's icon changes to be your faction, right? So you're welcome to join that if you'd like. We're going to be starting probably on Saturday or Sunday, I want to say. I think probably Saturday or Sunday. All right, well, that is the end of the news. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.